All right, welcome back, everyone, all my fellow nerds. I hope everyone is having a fantastic spring because spring is finally here. I swear we probably have the last of the snow in Colorado, but to be determined.
Spring
and
hath sprung.
and this is super super exciting because we are finally starting the second campaign in the Stars of the Sovereignty universe. And you guys all may be familiar with Amberle, but I will let everyone do a round of introductions as we have some new faces here. Some you may have seen in the Twitch chat, though. Some also through a Ouija board. But Amberle, why don't you go ahead and start?
Oh, I'm Amberle or Scarlet. I work in cyber, but I also stream, and I'm in the first campaign as well. I do lots of crafts and actually have like a small business shop.
Beautiful. And Piers.
Hey, my name is Piers. I am a 3D artist and game designer. And yeah, I've played D&D for quite a few years, and I'm really excited to join the Stars of the Sovereignty universe with my character.
All right, Bolu.
Hello all, I'm Bolu, no longer being summoned by the Ouija board, your friendly neighborhood comment ghost. I am a 3D animator slash story revisionist slash comic artist. I do too many things. and and now I've decided to add this to one of those things by joining this game. So looking forward to it.
And William.
Hi, I'm Leo. I am a electrical engineer. I travel a lot for my living, so the background will probably change fairly often to various hotel rooms. Very exciting. I've been playing D&D for 5 or 6 years now, but this is my first time doing anything streaming, so I'm excited.
Well, I personally love the ensemble we have going on here. Like, I realize how much I love that all you guys are in the same room.
The same room.
Same room. But then also for announcements, so for those of you that are kind of new to Stars of the Sovereignty and new to my channel and stuff like that, Stars of the Sovereignty is a story universe that I kind of built up through my illustration degree. And I'm Richelle, by the way. I'm jack of many, many trades. Yeah, so Stars of Sovereignty is the story universe that I've been kind of building for a couple of years. And I was starting to do some of the writing for it and needed to develop the world a little bit more. And then I overwrote the backstory, the history of the novel world, and that's what we're playing in right now because I totally overdeveloped the backstory. So this is a little bit homebrewed just because the mechanics of the world conflict with some of the tools for Dungeons and Dragons. So some of the stuff is altered, or sometimes we have to fudge stuff around in game just to make sure that it still fits the universe mechanics. But then I am starting to do the actual writing for Stars of the Sovereignty, the actual novel and stuff like that. In addition to that, there will be books for the campaigns. They're going to be like little novellas. Each character is essentially going to get their own little story, and that does include you guys as well. But all of the events that we run through, no matter how ridiculous, like trying to bury bandits alive or carrying a decapitated head through town. By the way, this is mature content. That you guys are going through canon events. I essentially made a backbone to events that happened during this time period, but you guys are writing history session by session. And so that is very exciting for me because I get to essentially live these events with you guys, even though I'm the one that made them in a weird way. Uh, and then uh, campaign one is still going on too, so those will be on Fridays and we will be on Saturdays at this time until schedules shift. The dreaded schedule dragon. But with that being said, we can go ahead and roll into it. We are starting with Amberle. Amberly's character, or Oleander, do you want to describe her real quick? And you also do got the pretty little picture, but you can talk about her.
Oh yeah, let me. This is Oleander, and essentially kind of like a orphaned Jeptonir, all things considered, who is bonded to the Deep One. But most of my experience as a character has been with my own kind. So going outside of that, it'll be like a new experience for my character.
Yep, and so for Oleander, she was finally able to raise up enough money. She was orphan child, but she doesn't know if her egg was swept off in the current or if she was intentionally dropped somewhere. But she does have a small token from supposedly her family or whoever dropped her near the orphanage. But she saved up enough money to go out on a quest to seek information regarding trying to discern with the item to see if she can find any clues that will answer it. But also, she's just a very restless and curious soul. So when she left the waters of Neptunia, or the Jeptunir home lake in the Light Realm, she accidentally followed the wrong river out of the lake. And in seeing this, she diverted for a bit and has come across a small but bustling town. For how many people she is seeing wandering around, which unbeknownst to her, it's unusual how many people are wandering around for the amount of buildings. But it is currently a nice, balmy, late afternoon, and you are very dry and very excited to see a river by this town. As it has been a literal hot minute since you have been able to do just a full dip and swim.
Yeah.
And upon coming into town, like I said, there's stuff bustling, there's shops, there's people trying, just holding their wares, trying to sell them. Obviously, this town is very either travel-y or touristy. Definitely is taking you aback all the different kinds of people and sizes and shapes and colors that you're seeing. But one thing has stuck out since you have left. You have run into them before. You do notice the realm guards that wander and do their routines and stuff.
Okay.
And you do see a specific guard kind of wandering close to the riverside. And you want to introduce yourself, Hassad?
Certainly, certainly. So let me just turn off my camera so that you can see the character. There's Hassad. He's a fairly burly lintet, clad in this sort of armor that you can tell it's structured just right enough that he could easily shift from standing upright to being on all fours. You can tell by his armor that it's still fairly new. He's definitely been polishing it, just trying to keep it clean. But Right now, he's just sort of minding his own business. Shabam.
Hey, Amberle, take it away.
Well, I guess first thing first, I should probably figure out where I'm at. And since I'm gonna want to go into the water, I'm actually gonna just go to Hassan and be like, "Hi, I'm wondering if you could tell me what town I've ended up in. I can see that there's lots of trade here, but I don't know quite where I'm at."
Oh, no problem. Well, I've only been here a few days myself, but you have landed in hold on. Friendly old Tretham. It's a pretty bustling place. A lot of trade, a lot of travelers that are coming through here these days. Anything in particular bring you here?
No, I had gotten lost. I don't quite know where I am in relation to anything. Do you know what the river here connects to as well?
Yeah, like I said, I've only been here a few days myself.
You do know.
Oh, I do?
You do know.
All right.
You know that this part of the reason where this river or where Tretham is a high trade point is this is essentially the end of the river that connects the capital Tir with the mountains of the Lintets, essentially. So this connects the Lintets to the capital.
All right. Yeah, well, Tretham is, like I said, it's a big bustling trade metropolis. Well, not quite big, not quite bustling, but definitely trade area. If you just follow that river, it leads right to Ormsa, where you find a bunch of Lintets, just the swellest type of blokes you've ever met. Outside of that, it kind of also leads directly to the capital. So if you're going somewhere big, that's probably the path you want to follow.
See. Would you perchance also know if there was a place where somebody could like tell me the origin of like an item that I have, or a place that I can do research on where like certain types of items may have come from? I don't know if you guys have like guilds here since you guys have so much trade.
I'm pretty familiar with a bunch of people here. Let's see. Do I know that specifically?
I'm going to before I make you roll for that,
Okay.
I need everyone to roll a D100.
Ooh, a D100.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about it. It's already started.
Starting strong.
Get those bad rolls out of the way first.
Listen, it's really funny because the last time I rolled a D100, I had to roll 2 in a row, and I got 2 nat 100s, and now I can't get anything above a 10. Actually, that's how I accidentally turned into a dragon. That's a whole different story. Anyways.
That's a thing that can happen.
2 nat 100s is impressive.
I know, right? But now I can't roll above a 10 anymore.
Sorry, it was me. How do I roll a D100?
Either in D&D
You just roll it
Beyond.
on
Yeah, there's a
D20
manual.
or roll 20.
You'll see a little dice either up in the toolbar or down
there's
in the
the
corner.
dice.
Yeah. Those are for manual rolls versus just clicking on the stats.
Ooh, 96.
Do you have your Roll20 open right
now? No, I don't have. I don't think I was invited to the Roll20.
We got you hooked in on it last time.
That may be a slight issue.
Yeah, let's get that fixed real quick.
I think, what happened was I clicked and I got invited with the wrong account.
Oh, that's right.
And we never fixed it to the right account.
Okay, well, the link is the same.
Okay.
I don't know where we last put the link. But yeah,
Found it, resources.
Beautiful.
No, that's ointment. Never mind.
Oh no, hold on. Is it in just the chat room? Yeah, it is. Hold on. I'm gonna tag you in a reply. There we go.
But yeah, I got a 96
All right.
on this.
It's in the roll chat for the in D&D Beyond.
Oh,
I
okay.
see it.
All right, let me. Oh, I see Ruben in there. All right, go ahead and do a test roll, just to make sure that it's connected. There we
Perfect.
go.
That's a roll.
Wait, on D&D Beyond or in game? Here's D&D Beyond.
Yeah. So you just did a test roll. Did you hit that in Roll20 or D&D?
Yeah, I hit that in Roll20.
Okay. Hit it in D&D Beyond just to make sure it connected.
I just did. I rolled a D6. It did 5.
Did 5? Okay, I don't see it coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Do you...
On your D&D Beyond, switch to your features and traits tab so that it can sync.
Switch to features and traits tab.
Yeah. So
Did you install the Beyond 20
Beyond 20.
extension?
No, there's a Beyond 20 extension.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We can take care of
It's
that
okay.
later then.
Yeah, I can just roll dice. For now.
Yeah,
I know how to
you
add modifiers.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not new to Roll20, so we'll just leave you in there.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, welcome, Mary Alfred. Mary Alfred said, "How's it going?" Splendid.
We're all just rolling along. But these situations can get pretty dicey, if you ask me.
All right. Hassad, go ahead and roll me a history check real quick.
All right.
We'll see how well your brain's working today.
You know, that's
That's always the
always
question.
It really is. I never promised to be smart. Oh no.
Starting strong.
Great place.
Amazing.
I was never the planning type. I was more of the stand there, look intimidating sort.
You just want to get these out of the way.
Yeah, so you have just recently rolled into town, but your first thought is maybe the Tavern Keep might know someone. You know where that is. You really do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I definitely know what the tavern is. You know, like I said, I'm sorry. You know, how rude. Where are my manners? I didn't even catch your name there.
Oh, I'm Oleander.
Pleasure to meet you, Oleander. My name's Assad. I'm a. You can consider me one of the realm guards around here. I'm still a bit new, but at your service. But as far as where to go, I don't know too particularly. But I think if we go to the tavern, I definitely know where that is. I think we might be able to get some answers for you. Everyone goes
Okay.
there.
Would you mind showing me? I'd really appreciate it because I literally just got here and I have the worst sense of direction.
Not a problem, not a problem. I'm still learning my way around this place, so it helps to repeat it, don't it?
Absolutely.
Not upstream or downstream. She's just lost.
Listen, water, I'm good on. Land, not so much. Will lose myself in a parking lot.
There's
So I
three
see you without a
sons. It's
paddle, but
confusing.
which side of the creek are you? Up a creek or down a creek?
Yet to be determined.
All right. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, Hassad.
All right. I'm getting all the rolls in. Let's hope that these are the good rolls.
I hope that first one wasn't your good rolls.
All right, so after Oleander does a couple of flips and stuff and finally gets out of the water, feeling obviously refreshed, you guys make your way back into town and or into the the actual city center, and not losing confidence, but may or may not have gone in a circle or two.
No, trust me.
Eventually,
It's this turn. It's this turn.
Even Oleander notices when you cross the river 4 times.
eventually you do get to the tavern as you realize it is, since you're a guard, you have typically been staying in the barracks. The tavern is the largest building in the town, and eventually you piece it together that it's a larger than normal tavern. It kind of eventually makes sense to you that it's like, oh yeah, it's because people go through here all the time. That it's got a lot of rooms to rent. But yeah, you guys do eventually make your way to the tavern, and upon walking in, um, you're greeted. There's a number of different people that are tending the tavern. You have some people that are walking around bussing tables. You have a couple that are behind the bar. You have some that are running back and forth from the kitchen. Prominently large dining area. It just does seem still fairly busy. It is late afternoon, so people are coming in for their midday snacks or early dinners. What would you like to do?
I'll raise my hand to sort of alert the tavern keeper and say, Here, got one for you. Do I know the tavern keeper's? I probably definitely know the tavern keeper's name.
You know what? You know what? Roll a history
Let's
check.
see.
Let's
Let's see.
do this.
Okay.
Dave.
Say
God
how
fucking damn it, Dave.
we're gonna see if Assad's good at remembering people's names either. I know this. I don't know this.
Oh God.
What did you roll? I only see the 13.
It was.
So his
another one.
name's it's what watches it. They're not. His name's Dave Taylor.
And where is your roll at?
It didn't show.
No.
Show.
Oh,
It didn't transfer over. He rolled a 1. I saw it.
yeah, I rolled a 1.
There it is.
There we go.
Hey.
So I
Delay.
felt that one.
Your
Even
history
the
is
game felt
not on
bad
your
for you.
side.
Yeah.
Say,
So
hold on, let him go.
so the the main keeper that's like kind of in, kind of essentially in the welcome area and presumably is the one that checks out the keys and stuff. Note that this is separate from the bar area. She kind of just gives you a puzzled look and then, it's just like, uh, she's like, Camley over at the bar is the one that's handling new hires.
Right. That's your like Amberle, of course. Come on, Oleander. Let's head to the bar.
I just remember Oleander's name.
Right.
Roll another history check.
Dang it.
I'm just gonna assume it's because he's been out in the sun all day. He didn't go for a swim. The brain is quite
His
literally
brain's drying
fried.
out.
I'm a bit dehydrated.
Yeah, exactly. You need to drink more water. Go for a swim, something.
So I'll just knock on the table at the bar and just sort of say, "Excuse me, 1 milk here and whatever my friend here wants. We're looking for some information."
All right, the tavern keeper that you presume is Camley is sitting there drying some glasses and just looks over at Oleander. What can I get you, dear?
Could I just have some water, please?
And she's like, do you salt or plain?
Salt, please.
She's like, coming right up. Just had some ocean water come in. And she goes over and gets you guys the cups, and she's like, "Now, what can I help you with?" Don't.
I was just looking for either somebody that could like help me identify the source of an item, like what area it would have come from, or like a place I could do research so that I could figure it out on my own.
What sort of item?
A pearl.
She's like, "Oh, that's probably. Is there any? Do you mind? Can I look at it real quick?"
Sure, I'm gonna like pull out the pearl and just show it. And I was like, obviously it's not exactly the largest item, but I also know that like different colors and whatnot and densities could mean that it comes from different areas, and that's kind of where I think I'm looking to go.
Alright, she looks it over very carefully and also very obviously like, I am holding this in sight. I'm not trying to steal it, sir. Sitting right there.
I just give a slight nod.
Yeah, she looks it over and but she's like, there's no real identifying markings. She's like, I'm no jewelry expert. But if there's no maker identification, I think you're just gonna have the best luck speaking to memory priests or halls of memory, where they can see about going back into the history of the item, or if there's any memories attached to them.
Okay, I appreciate that. Do you have a hall of memory here?
She's like, we do not. The closest one is. Hold on. I'm gonna make her roll a history check.
Oh, thank goodness.
She's like, we have some memory priests that come through here from time to time. Especially, going back and forth for like farmers and stuff having memorial ceremonies. But I can't think of the top of my head besides the capital, to be honest.
Can I roll?
You may roll.
What is it? History?
I will accept either history or perception.
For where the next Hall of Memory is? That history's better anyways. Yeah.
I'm going to whisper to you.
Okay.
So feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Well, 'cause this one's going to be a hot minute.
Oh, jeez. A hefty whisper.
Dang. I have to whisper.
So, I got Hassan. So, like, when you drink your milk, do you drink
I am
it
lapping
warm?
it
No. Do you drink it warm, cold, or iced?
on the rocks.
Shaken, not stirred.
Of course. Just but I'm still keeping an eye on things to make sure nothing untoward's happening, just so you know.
Well, yeah, it's easier to keep an eye on things when you don't have to have the like cup in your face. You can just keep the saucer.
Purely practical.
Purely practical. That's great. Oh man.
Just love the grizzled veteran guard.
Yeah.
Giant burly Catman thing just.
So Oleander came from like they swam upriver, or no, they came.
Well, I haven't been around water in a hot minute, but essentially, I came from the Jeptonier's capital, right? So, Nipta Finita, I don't know if I said that right, but essentially, like, it's got a whole bunch of branching rivers, and so my sense of direction being really bad, I took the wrong river and got lost. So, like, I quite literally don't know where I am. I ended up out of the water. I followed a road, and I'm like, ooh, more water, because this one actually has one, right? but
Follow the road. You're like,
especially
this is a
like
river just made of dirt.
yeah,
Should be
exactly.
fine.
But
Man,
Took,
these dirt
took
rivers
a
are
wrong turn at
terrible.
Albuquerque.
Dirt rivers are way too dry. This is dumb.
yeah,
Who made these?
exactly.
I hate dirt. It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere.
All things considered, I would be considered pretty innocent and naive to like the ways of the world at large because my interactions have been only with Jeptoniers for the most part, right? Being in like Jeptonier areas and whatnot, I just happened to not have anyone with me and got lost. That's the reason I'm here. But I had decided that I was probably going to leave anyways because like all I have as my clue is this pearl. Right? That's the reason I'm trying to track something down.
You should really figure out how much that pearl's worth.
Maybe later once I figure out where the hell it came from.
Once its use is at an end.
Once its use is at
You ever just sell an item and say, "You have failed me for the last time"?
You failed me for the last time.
That's how I donated my easel today. Yeah, it had to let me down one last time.
This important possession to me. I'll pawn it.
Yes, this source of all my powers. It's probably
Yeah,
like
exactly.
5 gold.
I got it in a 2
power
for
when
1
you can
sale.
have gold, right?
Money is
Gold
power.
is power. Gold.
After the bartender lady, what's her
Camley.
Amberle, finishes talking about the memory priests coming through, a figure down the bar just no, I definitely spelled that wrong. Just says, I'm actually headed towards a memory garden if you'd like a traveling partner.
I would love that because I would definitely get lost.
If you look at him right now, he's kind of hunched over at the bar. He's mostly cloak. You can see he's got leather armor on and his hands sticking out. Definitely have some like stitch marks like coming up their arm and stuff. But yep.
I'm gonna turn to Sod and be like, "You were so helpful. Thank you so much. You made me feel so welcome." I'm just gonna like jump on him and give him like a really enthusiastic hug.
Oh, well, thank you there, Leander. See, I remembered your name. I'm getting better at this. Now,
Yeah, and this definitely fits for you, Hassan. This being your first tour day region, but also you're usually so intimidating. People don't approach you, and so you're not used to social interaction being so welcoming.
yeah, it's
I just quick question, like how wet is Oleander, and like does that get Hassad's fur like all
oh.
at any given time since she got out of the river like sometime before that like 4 mile hike through a 2 mile town?
Not enough to splash, but what fur is exposed, you definitely see like hug imprints.
Nice.
I just sort of paw at the imprint,
Start.
just to get it off just gotta preen it a bit.
Doing the like lick your paw, just get some.
So I suppose. Oh, sorry. Once again, I'm still learning the names of people around here. Assad, Realm Guard. What's your name there, sir?
Oh, he hears you say Realm Guard, and he's like reaching out his hand, and then you say Realm Guard. He's like hesitates a second, and then just Cravat. Yeah, hi.
Do I notice the hesitation?
Roll insight.
Yeah, let's see that.
You want me to roll deception against it?
You may.
Do I get to use my Do I use my
Well,
facial
let's make
stuff
sure
against
that it's
this?
not that I don't just roll a 1 first before you have to worry about anything.
uh,
Oh yeah, not a 1.
15. Ooh, that's gonna be hard.
I have the High King's favor, so I have advantage on persuasion, intimidation,
You
deception.
do, and you may.
All right. Oh, still not good. You still see it.
Ooh.
Oh wait, it's actually +1, but it's still not good enough.
All right. So the sense facade that you get from Carvot isn't necessarily bad. Isn't necessarily criminal. Now, because you've seen both up above ground and underground,
Yes.
he definitely doesn't seem like the criminal type, but he is protective of something. He is defensive, finding out that you are enforcement of some sort.
So I'll just sort of take note in that and say, so, Carvat, as we're shaking hands, how long you been in this town?
Just moving through, trying to follow the trade routes. I'm actually headed towards this memory garden. I was heading that way anyways, and traveling partners and all that. It's usually better to have a group.
Right, right. Well, it's always a bit of trouble to be out there in the wilds without any sort of help. But you look like the type that could handle himself in a scrap.
No, I can. It's just it's always better to have friends to watch your back.
Right, right. So sure you don't want sure you don't want an extra number. I mean, I'm here. I'm just it's within my duty to make sure that people around these parts at least are necessarily protected and guarded.
We'll just keep going with the same roles. You can see he'll say like, "Oh, yeah, it'd be great to have you along." The more help, like I said, I love the guards are always very helpful, and sure, yeah, if you want to visit the memory garden with us,
Oh, sure. I mean,
he's obviously like very just sort of like, yeah, I don't want to like say no, but also no.
and then I'll look to Oleander and say, "Oh, look, Oleander, looks like you may be stuck with me for just a little while longer."
Well, that's so exciting. I'm so glad. I already considered you like a friend, and I'm like gonna jump and give him another hug because I'm just completely oblivious to the fact that he does not like it at all.
He just got all the first rated out from the first one.
I give 2 of those pats just say, wonderful, and then immediately just start brushing off again.
Yeah, but it's about a day's hike up the road here towards Turnalfheim. If shouldn't be anything too strenuous, but I think it's a full day. We may want to take off in the morning.
So sounds like a good plan to me. Sure you don't. Let's see. I guess we could see about getting. You have a room here, I assume.
Oh yeah, I'm staying at the inn here.
All right. But then I'm usually stationed up at the barracks, but I can stay around here as well. We can head off in the morning.
Well, wait, you have a bed, but you're gonna rent one here just to.
I mean, of course.
Okay.
What if you need me?
That
After all,
that's very true.
It's I figure if I'm going to be your travel companion, I might as well stay nearby in case you need me. I
Sure.
mean, Oleander here can't find her way around the town. What if she needs to find some food?
Oh, yeah, I can't find my way around the town at all.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely need a guide that won't get lost inside the bar.
Oh yeah, I can help you get
Someone-
around water though. If you need help
Someone,
getting around the water, I have you. I'm not so good with towns or land or woods.
I mean, I do better in cities than the woods for sure, but water, I'll leave that to you.
Awesome. I got you in the water. Water and I are friends.
Sweet.
So it helps for at least someone to be friends with the water.
Yeah.
I mean, like I drink it. It's not.
It's more of an acquaintance for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of, we get along.
Always better to be on water side. A little bit fickle.
Can I get you guys a round of drinks? Did you want anything?
And I'll tap on the counter, trying to get Camle's attention. Just say, Camle, another milk on the rocks, shaken, not stirred.
Actually, Camle, can we get some? You know what? Let's do some of that iced sweet cream that you got in the back there.
When Hassad's talking, Kemily's ears just kind of like go back, and she just like gives him the side eye. But then she hears you, and she perks up, and she's like, "Oh, I got you."
Say,
don't
me and
worry,
Camle, we're old friends.
This is good. You'll like it. It's especially good for these hot days, and I would imagine being covered in fur. Because your people are normally from the mountains, right?
All right. Where are you usually from?
I've been around. It's hard to say where I'm from at this point.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on there. Everyone's from somewhere. You've been to. I mean, have you seem familiar with the mountains? Have you been by Ozma?
Well, Richelle, I guess I don't know. I feel like I would have been I'd be traveling this way from the mountains, right?
Roll me a history
Would I
check.
have been through Ozma?
Roll me a history check.
Sure. Nope. Just nailing these rolls.
So
We're
you
doing
have
great
been to a
today.
couple of towns in the region, but it's not. No bells are ringing.
Sure. Yeah, I came through the mountains. I don't remember Ozma specifically. It was cold.
All right. Oh, trust me, you loved it there. Lintet's around there, some of the nicest blokes you've ever met.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a group I was running with for a while. Had some Lintets in it.
Really? What? Come and have the drinks arrived yet?
Yeah, she's walking up with them, and what you see is a standard milk glass, but instead of your milk on the rocks, she's got some of that iced sweet cream, and what you see is the glass is almost overflowing, and it's got this little like frumpy curly on the top, just about to be overflowing with milk if you're not too careful.
Say, sweet whiskers. I didn't even know you filled these up this much.
Well, it makes
And
it easier when it's more solid.
right. But I'll just take a swig and turn back towards Kavat and say, "Well, come on, we're going to be traveling together. No harm in. Tell me a bit about this group of yours."
Oh, well, it's more of it was just some friends. We ran around in the mountains for a bit. We didn't spend too much time in towns just because money was tight. We didn't have
Right.
too much of a way to couldn't like stay in the inns, so kept more to the woods and stuff. Went through the cities when we could just because it's more comfortable.
I get that. I know a thing or two about being kind of on the outs, being bit less bit more in the country, less in the city. Get that? It's a good way to build bonds with people, though.
Oh yeah, they were good friends while we were together. I'm sure they're probably still up there somewhere.
Oh, suppose that why you go into the hall of memory?
Oh no, trying to remember some things about myself. I'm hoping they can help me.
All right, of course. And then I'll just sort of take that as good enough and continue lapping up the sweet cream.
And you thoroughly are enjoying the sweet cream. You
Say,
can't quite
I,
tell. It's a mix between regular milk and like coconut milk, and even though it's mixed with ice, it's got a creaminess that like sticks to your tongue. And it's yeah, it's that thick that it's just
just
extremely creamy.
just by the by the High King's nose hairs. This is some of the when they start making this.
And Camille just like very sassily just over her shoulder with the little hip twist and all, and she's like, that is a house original. Thank you.
It's like, you know what? And I just get an extra coin. Here's a tip. Just
Like, right on. Just thank you. Let me know if you need any more. Uh, Liam, roll me a medicine check real quick.
Medicine?
who's rolling
Medicine.
medicine?
Liam.
Oh, gotcha.
No,
3.
it's so bad.
Man, we're getting these like great rolls.
We're doing really
Terrible.
well. I'm
We're
proud of
doing
us.
really. This is going great for everyone.
Oh man. So yeah, no.
Um, well, hit Carvat will turn over to Oleander and say, "Yeah, hey, think I've met one of your kind before. I sort of remember being part of a group that we spent a lot of time on the ocean, or maybe in the ocean.
Um,
Sometime if you'd like to show me what like the water, I'd love it.
oh yeah. I'm willing to show anybody the water anytime. Really, the water should be everybody's friend. I mean, if you're a bad person, obviously, it isn't going to be your friend. It knows.
That sounds right.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, we can go to the water whenever you want. One thing I
I
can do is find the water.
figure we like go out of the tavern. It's like the river where you guys met is like around back.
Pretty much, yeah.
Why did we cross? Why did we cross it 4 times? We have to cross it 4 times to leave. You know.
But yeah, I'll go back. Since we're going down to the river, I'll go and I'll get back in the river and be like, see, water should be everybody's friend. Do you see how also the water is?
Carvat looks at it for a minute. It's a slightly confused look on his face. It's just like, yeah, it should be, right? And
I'm
then
just gonna ignore all sense of
yeah,
boundaries, grab his hand, and just yank him into the river with me. You're like, see?
he's like in the middle of taking off his cloak and just sort of throws it as you yank him into the river and jumps in the river with you.
All right. Karvat, go ahead and make me a survival check. Hassad, make a perception check.
All right.
And Oleander, you make a perception check as well, actually.
Survival. Why?
Perception. Oh,
Hey,
No, so many bad rolls. I have advantage or something? I don't even know what I'm rolling for.
At least they're very aware of the scenario, whatever's going on.
So, um,
I haven't rolled above a 10 yet.
if you add them up eventually.
I mean, I get with my modifier, I got that 111 with advantage.
so one of the first things that Karvat does when you toss him into the water is immediately just starts breathing in water. You only see that he breathes in the water, and at first I was like, "Oh my god, he can't breathe underwater!" But then you start seeing he is able to breathe. You know, he's like flailing about like a child in the water, but he's not choking. But then the other thing that you notice is you do see that there are some like living quarters and just like little Jeptunier areas, as Jeptuniers do frequent the river. Then Hassad, you got a pretty good glimpse of parts of Carvat's body, and you realize that those stitch marks are separating like different colored skins and stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah, it was harder to see in the dark, a little bit more dark of the tavern, especially coming in from the. How many suns are here? 3?
Say what?
How many suns does the light realm have?
2.
Isn't it like 2? Okay.
Tatooine numbers.
Yeah, text me numbers. I should know. It's right there on Bolu's picture. It's just the light realm. Yeah, but once he takes his cloak off, especially outside, you can see his stitching is definitely different colors and types of skin stitched together.
Don't see that every day. Is it? Because I'm definitely not in the water. I'll sink like a stone. I just sort of remarked to myself.
Right.
well, we're not so deep that we're like swimming. It's just like you could come join us in the water. You'd be fine.
I mean, apparently it's deep enough. There's like living quarters.
Yeah, but I'm gonna check out Carvat and be like, how are you breathing? I'm gonna like poke his neck and be like, do I see gills? I'm gonna be like, do you have gills? Are you part Jeptunier? I like your skin though. You got cool patterns. Just like completely invade his
Imagine
personal
what's
space.
even more interesting with the play of the light, like through the top of the water, so you get that cool like ripple effect on top of the.
Yeah, and with his hair, essentially in water gravity mode, you notice that he's even got different colored textures of hair.
I like your hair. It's pretty. Do you have gills? I'm just like gonna continue to like prod and poke and like be up in his personal space, trying to figure out how's he breathing water.
He tries to talk. I don't think he can.
You can certainly try. Roll performance.
Performance.
Here comes that above 10.
Another +0 skill. Eventually, no, we'll get to something that. No, that's not fair. I also rolled deception. I'm a little better at that.
So you hear blah, 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 but
Yeah, he tries to talk for a minute, and it's just like, and just sort of lets you like look around because I'm like his person because he's really not sure. You get the idea that he's not sure either. Is also sort of curious.
And be like, do you need help? I can get rid of the water. Like, just not yes, and I'll get rid of the water for you.
He just shrugs and seems fine.
Bloops affirmatively.
Yeah. He gestures around and is like, "Do you want to show me?"
And I'll cast destroy water and clear out that little cube around him.
So upon doing that,
I think
it lasts. It's temporary, but
Yeah.
you guys end up dropping to the river floor, and then
then all the water just like.
You're like, oops.
This feels very Looney Tunes, where it's just like the water's gone and we're like, and then just.
I'm just looking down. Did she mean to do that?
Be like,
Yeah,
maybe it's
sounds
just better
just-
that we pull you out of the water.
Yeah, wouldn't you just see like a huge bubble just come like up to the
Just,
surface
yeah,
side?
He's on the one bridge that they crossed 3 times earlier.
Be
Looking
like,
down.
4
thanks.
times, excuse me.
Well, the one time I was assuming was a different bridge.
Now we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, fair enough.
All right, before we continue, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute wellness break. So this is a chance for you, dear viewers, to also, go to the bathroom, drink some freaking water, get up, stretch, let the pups out, all the fun things. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Right on.
with snacks and all the snacks. Yes. But all right, so yeah, you guys are relaxing and frolicking in the river and the water. What would you like to do next?
Yes.
Well, I guess
I'd
get
be super
out and
helpful.
I'll try to just hold my hand out to Hassad for my cloak back. As
I'll pick up the cloak and hand it over.
thank you.
Look like you've seen some action there. So just looking at the patch together, stitching and skin.
It looks like it, doesn't it? It's kind of why I'm trying to get to the Hall of Memory.
Right.
You
Don't even
puts
know
the
what.
cloak back on.
Right on.
What were you saying, Assad? Do you know what?
I was just saying, do you know what all did that sort of damage?
I
Like in a fire or something?
No, I have some recollections, but if I think about it too hard,
No need to say anymore. Sometimes a man's past is a bit too painful to talk about.
it's not even. It's more just confusing. It's sort of mixed up in my head, and yeah. But yeah, hopefully the Hall of Memory will help.
And actually, I do want you to make
Oh, good.
Right, get that 10.
Yeah. What can I roll a 4 on now?
Go ahead and make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I'm actually.
Oh wait, no, wisdom.
Oh,
Wisdom.
so close.
Just destroyed all the hopes and dreams there.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Look at that.
So, you actually start as you're talking about it, and like it, like it gets mixed up in your head. Stuff does kind of play through. Nothing that you haven't seen before though. And it just rattles around as you're
mhm.
talking about it, and kind of catches you a little bit emotionally off guard, but you're able to overcome it.
Yeah. It decided you notice a couple like awkward blinks, just like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So I'll just continue to think. Doesn't seem like a bad sort, but something's off about this one, is what I'm thinking.
did you guys want to get food or something before we turn in? It's on me.
Sure. Are we going to the market for food?
Absolutely.
Cool. I haven't seen the market yet. I literally just got here.
All right, more of the grand tour. I can direct you to the markets just fine.
Go ahead and
Can
roll
I-
investigation.
Know exactly where it is.
Do you know?
Do I?
Yes, since you found your way to the tavern, and passed through the market a couple of times, you guys get there.
We only have to cross the bridge 2 times to get to the market.
And in the market, so the whole town is kind of in this long sheen, as it just like follows the river quite a bit, and promotes the in and out nature of most of the townsfolk. But the center of it is just kind of this bulging circle, and definitely very open market type thing where there's just lots of stalls that are set up in different configurations, and then there are also people walking around with their wares. You have various scents, just overwhelming your nose of different food and uh, craftsmithing and stuff like that. Um, and perfumes and flowers and just all sorts in this market, as it is a prime travel day. What would you guys like to do first?
I am going to immediately get distracted and start to wander. I don't know if they notice that I start to wander, but I'm going to immediately start to wander.
You go ahead and roll me a perception. Hassad, you also roll me a perception. Or actually an insight. Roll me an insight.
Rolling insight. Well.
They're gone.
Karma, you may also roll an insight.
So I just see these two just like walk in different directions.
Yes.
Hey,
Amberle, I don't see your perception roll through.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, as you guys make your way to like the main market area, and immediately you hear like a little jingling as one of the stalls across the way has various like crystal decorations and stuff like that, and wind chimes, and of course that would catch your attention because it's all sparkly and there's some seashells on there, and
Yeah, that's where we're going. Absolutely.
And Hassad just keeps walking forward.
Just says, see, and on this side you'll see that, and on this, and I'm just pointing out to different places, not knowing that no one's listening.
Harvad stops just for a second. It's like, Assad, I think we're taking this quick stop.
And over there you have the third meat stall.
Picks up
That's
a pebble and just Hassan.
Who dares? I just the sword that I'm using as my walking cane. I just instinctively flick it up. So what? Sorry about that. What? What's going on? Did you want to stop at the third meat stall?
We lost Oleander. We're gonna duck in here quick, I think.
Oh. Plastic, leave that girl around a river, and it seems she just goes every which way.
She certainly flows like the water, goes wherever the will takes her.
And at the stall, you guys come up, and Oleander is just fawning over all the sparklies, and there's this actually a very lithe, very proper Lintet lady just running the stall, and she's like, one of my sisters. She gets me seashells from the Deptuneers all the time, and just telling, regaling all these stories of her and her bestie, and going seashell picking and stuff.
I'm gonna be like, oh, that sounds wonderful. Seashells are the best. Do you see my little bracelet? Because I've got like a little, like, see, I'm just like, I picked these myself and made my bracelet. I like your stuff.
And she does, start trying to sell you and whatnot. Like, this one over, this one over here, I got for, I'll sell it to you for 20 gold, or da da da. Yep.
If
Do
I
I
hear
see
enemies, do the
anything-
prices seem on the level?
It is on expensive. It is on the expensive side.
So I just okay.
Do I like see anything that comes out to me, or anything that I would maybe like associate with like divination or anything like that?
You may roll investigation or Arcana. If you want to do Arcana instead.
Well, I already rolled investigation.
All right. Not that you can tell. A lot of it does seem to just be various arts and crafts.
Hmm.
Can I try to roll insight to see if I see something that I think Oleander would like?
You
Does that
may.
work?
You may. Uh, so one of the little crystal adornments that she was saying was 10 gold. It is essentially a little brooch or a pin, and you take another look at Oleander, and you see Oleander has several shells like sewed to her bag, but she has empty space on her bag for more things.
Would it have, is it like something that like opens up, like she could use it to like hold that pearl that she was carrying around before or something like that? Or is there something like that?
There is something like that. She does have, just these little jewelry containers, little jewelry boxes. Um,
I was thinking more like
roll,
a
um,
necklace or a
yeah, go ahead and roll me an
amulet or
investigation real
something.
quick.
Investigation?
Yeah. You have been going over 10.
I mean, I rolled a 6. It's just I have a +5 to investigation. By all accounts, this should be better.
So you do see some necklaces that are holding like crystals, like little glass, and they could be swapped out with the pearl.
Sure.
And with those ones, they range anywhere from 10 gold to 60 gold.
I'll grab one that's like uh 20 gold ish looking.
Alright. So she sells it to you for 20 gold, and she's like, "Would you like me to wrap this for you?"
Oh no, I think we're gonna she'll probably wear it here in a second. It's all right.
And she's like, "This one will look great on her. You have a great eye."
I got at least 2 of them.
We're just gonna let that one sit and marinate.
I mean, I don't know where they came from. They're probably good.
They're probably good. Would you say they look good to you?
Yeah, once we head back out, I'll hand it over. I'll work on popping the little crystal out and hand it to Oleander and say that you could, I think, use this to like hold your pearl so you don't have to worry about losing it.
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna like, oh my god, it's so pretty. And of course I'm gonna like give him a big hug and I was like, that was so thoughtful. This has been the best day. I got 2 new friends. We get to go explore and I'm not gonna get lost.
I mean, that remains to be seen. She just short glances at us.
Well, at the very least, less lost than normal.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
very,
worst
very
case,
lost.
we're all lost together, right?
This
I'm
is true.
telling you, crossing the bridge the second time was entirely necessary.
It's
The path changes if you look at it from a different perspective.
we sniff around for something that like smells good to eat. I'm assuming it's like dinner time, or I don't know. I guess what time of
At
day
this
is it?
point, yeah, it is. It is dinner time, and there is a number of different food stalls. There are some food stalls that are primarily like cooked and seasoned and smoked meats. These ones you see Hassad's nose wiggling and a little bit of drool as you guys walk by.
Ooh, meat
um,
stall number 2.
and then yeah, there's also a bakery that's actually like stationed in town, and then you're getting an assortment of different fragrances, divine fragrances from the tavern. Oh, and then of course, vegetable stands and stuff like that. Farmers market stuff.
Sure. Well, anything that you guys want to
Well,
imbibe?
as someone who's been around here a while, I highly recommend meat stall number 2. They've got steaks as big as your head.
Oh, yeah, all the Kobe's over there. Yeah, we can go stop by Kobe's stall there. Get some of that good old Kobe beef. He's got good stuff.
What about you, Oleander? You much of a meat sort of gal?
Rejectioners? Vegetarian? No, right?
Imagine they eat fish.
Not
Yeah, they
necessarily.
would be
Assuming.
pescatarian, at
At the
Yeah.
least.
very least, yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily. They, it's definitely there's enough between plants and meat in the Jeptonier world that it's a choice.
I was gonna say
Okay.
sirens, especially, were sort of mythologically very carnivorous.
Yes.
I'll be like, I'm totally fine with that.
Wonderful. Then follow me this way. We just have to go around the back twice before we get into the meat stall.
Yeah, that seems right.
I wave by the I wave at whoever's running the meat stall. Who is running the meat stall? Would I know their
Kobe.
name?
Kobe.
Say, hey there, Kobe. We'll be there in a minute.
Always be like, right you are.
Just normal cat things where you gotta like circle twice before you lay down. That's going
more of a dog thing.
Yeah, it doesn't phase him in the least.
Been here a few days and they already know to expect that.
Like a cat thing is if you went up to the table and just started like clawing at
Just
before
pushing on the table a little bit.
pancakes, yeah.
And when you guys finally get to the stall, Kobe's like, welcome back, and he's like, Carvat, would you like your usual?
Oh yeah, just a couple skewers. That'll do me.
So he packages up and you guys exchange, and what can I get for y'all? And he's like, I just got a meat shipment in, so we should be able to take care of you, big guy.
Wonderful. Give me the Kobe special.
He's like, coming right up, and he ends up just grabbing this basket for you and throws in a whole slab of ribs. Just grab it. There's he's got this giant rump roast, which you assume is from like a Perry fur. It's a Perry fur roast. But he just grabs a couple of handfuls and it just shreds in his hands and just piles it on, and then just takes a whole cup of sauce and dumps it on. And there you go.
What the rest of you guys have?
Carvat holds up like his 2 skewers of meat. He's like, yeah.
Oh, the appetizer.
And Kobe's like, and I don't have any fish at this time, but I do have stuff that I do have some shit. Crap, the chicken equivalent. They have a name. It's not Cluck Cluck.
Chicken and sea?
Yeah, chicken. Oh, hold on, that's actually kind of other. I know I did.
You definitely named the chicken equivalent.
I named the chicken equivalent, and it's not Cluck Cluck.
Cluck Cluck is a pretty good name, though.
Bok?
Chinka birds. That's what they are.
Chinka.
Chinka birds. And they are definitely floofy when they're feathered.
I should note
But I
this
do
in
have
case I
some
ever need to call someone a
Chinka
chicken.
birds. Yep.
I'm totally fine with that. It doesn't have to be fish. I'm not that picky.
And then he's like, and would you like that spiced or simple?
Let me try spiced, please.
And he's like, all right. And he just dusts it with, kind of this red powder. And he's like, just don't breathe the dust in through your nose.
Good to know. As I probably would have.
And all right, so are you guys heading back to the tavern then with your food, or what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I think just head back to the tavern, hang out there for a little bit, and then
All
get
right.
some rooms so we can take off in the morning.
Sure. Assad, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving
Oh,
throw.
oh.
Okay. Son of a gun.
Can I make an acrobatics check to try to rescue this?
God.
You may.
I'm assuming I'm just guessing at what's happening.
Please add to the dog pile.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the snow all over again. The snowballs all over again.
Hey!
Ooh, nice.
All right. So you guys start making your way back to the tavern. Hassad in his obliviousness, well, not necessarily oblivious, just because it's not something that happens every day. You guys are getting ready to cross the road, which has the main traffic to and fro, and there is a covered cart that you guys wait to pass, and without even realizing it, Hassad waits for it to pass and starts walking, and doesn't see the kid drop out of the back of the cart and trips over him, and his food just goes flying. But Carvat manages to catch it, and Hassad, you just go face first in the dirt, tumbling
Yeah, I was gonna say
over.
Carvat's definitely trying to rescue the food. Hazad is sort of made his own bed. I'll rescue what I can.
And you guys tumble over Reuben.
What? Sorry. Oh, wait, you're a guard. Oh.
I'm just spitting the dirt that I've apparently fallen face first into. Yes.
Wait, well, oh, okay. We have to leave. We have to leave. Go. Come, follow me. I'll pull outside.
Wait, just a second there, lad. What's going on here?
I was just taken.
Taken? Wait a minute. And I take this very seriously. What, you were, Sonny? Were you were you kidnapped?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. My instructor tried to kidnap me. I don't know why. They just locked me in the back of a cage. A caged cart or carriage.
So, insight check. What do I make of this?
You may.
All right.
I'm a dirty liar. Roll a 4 or something.
These sketchy children.
Sketchy
Popping out of nowhere. Gonna steal all my meat.
Tripped over you, lost my meat. I don't know what to make of any of this.
So the kid is clearly panicked, and he genuinely seems like he's the victim of something. But also your familial instincts kick in a little bit with him. But you can't you can tell he's being genuine, although you still don't know what to make of the situation. And given his panic state, and that like I said, your familial instincts kicked in, your guard instincts did not, and the cart actually leaves your sight without you paying attention to it as you start focusing in on Reuben hardcore.
All right, just take a breath. It's okay. You're safe now.
I don't think I'm safe. They know divination. I'm pretty sure we should not. We can't stick around here.
Who's they?
My instructor.
From the CIA.
Instructor from where? From where? In what?
From the CIA.
From the CIA?
Yeah.
The Culinary Institute of the Arts?
Yes.
They make some
The
fine meat.
well-known establishment.
They make some fine meat over there.
Fine meat. It was Instructor Buffina.
Buffina. Does that name ring any bells to me?
Roll history.
Okay. It does not.
Classic.
Classic.
Glad we got back to the
Your
true roles of this campaign.
Yep,
Jeez.
your stomach kind of growls as you're reminded of the vision of your food flying, and
Come on, Sod. Think. No, not about meat.
Oh, are you hungry? Here, take this for your strength. You'll definitely need it. As I, sorry, I pull out just like it's just like a bit of like a dried like ginger, like almost like sweets. It like almost like punches you in the face a little bit, and you're very like awake. I cast Gift of Alacrity on you.
can you populate that in the Roll20 real quick? You should be able to just like click on the spell name and it
Well,
pops up.
remember it doesn't link properly.
Yeah, he doesn't have that linked up yet.
That's right.
Gift Alacrity is just advantage on initiative.
Yep.
No, it's so
Oh,
Gift
that's the other one.
Alacrity. It adds a D8 to initiative.
That's right. Something with initiative.
And what
Yeah,
is
so there's the
the
descriptor. You touch a willing creature for the duration. The target rolls 1d8 to its initiative rolls.
what's the duration?
8 hours.
Okay. Okay.
So the cart's already out of sight.
Yep, it is. You paid 0 attention to the card.
Yeah. It's like, well, say it's everything's going to be all right. My name's Assad. I'm with the realm guards here. We can protect you if you just come with me.
All right, what do I do? I can't go back to class. It literally my professor took. What do I do? I'm just gonna like stare at you.
I pick you up and say, you're gonna be fine.
Can I go over there and be like, "Hi, I'm Oleander. What's your name?"
Hi, I'm Ruben.
It's nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. I wish it was on better circumstances though.
Ready? I'm just gonna like wrap him a hug. I'm gonna be like, "It's gonna be okay."
As he's like dangling from
touch.
Hassan's grip.
Yeah.
You just take a
Don't
deep
worry.
breath for me.
This always calm down my siblings.
I like just be like, touching.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Holding him by the scruff of the neck.
I would like to say I'm like not like I'm tall as Assad.
Standing up.
Yeah.
I'm 9 feet tall.
Okay, yeah, you can do it.
I'm pretty dang tall.
I'm like average height, like
Yeah, I'm tiny, so I'm really just hugging your ankles for the closest.
Okay. All right. Yeah, my character is Matharian, light tan skin, just kind of like brownish hair, and they have large elf ears that are actively like pointed downward, displaying his worries. You see as he has like he's got a book strapped to his side, and he has all sorts of like pouches and stuff. And yeah, he seems to be dressed partially for travel, but he also seems to be in some sort of uniform of some kind.
But I'm gonna be like, "Hazad, it's time to put them down." And be like, "Do you want to hold my hand? We're about to go back to the tavern. At least you won't be out on the road anymore."
Richelle, I sent you a whisper.
And just so you know, Ruben is now placed back on the ground.
Ground. We should definitely get reinforcements, right?
Well, of course. And I'll turn to Karvat and Oleander and say, sorry, it seems that this young man over here has been shanghaied recently. I may not be able to escort you on your trip to the Hall of Memory while I consult the rest of the realm guards about this.
Oh, well, he can stay with us while you go talk to them.
I mean, if he's
Come on,
part of
little one.
if he's part of the CIA, isn't that like a government agency? The realm guard's going to be
different. I think you may be thinking of a different CIA.
Oh, I got confused. Well, we can all rest at the inn for tonight at least. The rooms there are at least they lock and they're fairly secure.
True,
One more with the group isn't going to cause any issue.
So I'll turn to Ruben. Is that okay with you there, champ?
Yeah, I'd just like to get somewhere safe. And
Okay.
I kind of think that's over.
Well, the inn's a good place to sit down and have a think. And have a drink.
And then you're like, sweet cream. All right. So, Hassad, are you immediately going to the barracks?
Yeah, I'll be heading to the barracks.
Okay. Let's go ahead and follow you, and we'll get back to you three eating at the tavern here shortly.
Todd, are you taking the basket of food with you?
No, you still have it in your hand.
Well, that's I mean, before we split, are you taking the basket of food or?
I pick up one steak and say I'm gonna walk with this.
Well, the rest will be waiting.
Just leave them where you can. I'm kind of on with the clock right now.
All right. So, yep, you two can back out and Hassad. All right. So, you know what? Your brain cells are firing beautifully today. Go ahead and roll me another investigation check.
So,
either investigation or history. I'll accept either.
You know, we're going in. We're in investigation mode right now.
So after crossing the river 3 times, you finally make your way back to find your way back to the barracks, and one of the guys is sitting outside. You do recall him as Volio. He greets you and he's like, "How goes the day?"
It's been right strange. Did meet some nice people, but it seems I may have stumbled across a possible kidnapping.
It's like, you don't say.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. I was heading back from the market with some of the new arrivals in town. You know, just showing them around the place, and out of this cart, I think, falls this young Metherian lad. Trip right over him, hit the ground. He says he was kidnapped by some form of instructor or something.
Roll insight check real quick.
Insight check. I just win these.
You do. Okay, so he's really like he just fell out of the cart? Well,
Yeah, I
that
mean,
was rather lucky of him.
you know, from the sounds of it, I guess he said he was locked in a cage. Maybe it in travel it sort of busted open and he fell out. By the
Did you
time I was
see?
talking to him, he seemed all out of sorts. I don't think he could tell which way's up or down.
You didn't see who drove the cart?
Now I was a bit preoccupied, and I just think back to
The food.
the food.
Just flashback to the flying meats.
Trauma.
This is the third worst thing that's happened to me in my life.
And he's like, well, it wouldn't be the first case of kidnapping to roll through here, but so it's rather fortunate that he managed to get away. Kind of sucks that we don't got anything to go on. Even if we did go down that path, we still wouldn't have any leads to go on.
Right. I couldn't catch track of where he was from, but he did mention something about his instructor. Hold on. Dang it, I didn't type down the instructor name.
Athena.
Athena.
And he's gonna be like, if it's an instructor, he might be from the capital.
The cap. Or, guess it wouldn't be the strangest thing, but why would someone from the capital be here?
Obviously kidnapped.
I mean, why would the kidnappers come through here?
And he's like, that's hard to say without talking to him.
Right. Well, I left him over at the tavern with those people that I'd met. If we cross the river 3 times, I could take some of the other realm guards and we could ask them some more questions, get some answers.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. He's like, yeah, let me grab Kessie and I will meet you over at the tavern.
All right. Cassie. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Okay, Velia, I'll meet you there. Wave you over. I'll probably be by the bartender, just as an easy way to find me. I may also be by the cart full of meat. That's completely unrelated.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a history check again real quick.
All right.
See if you're firing on all cylinders yet.
That's a. He was never the thinker. Oh, hello. Never mind.
So your brain got woken up by your stomach. You are ready for the rest of that meat. You beeline it to the tavern this time, and realize that there is a through path.
Oh. Well, how about that? Wait till I tell the others about this one.
So don't come in just yet. I'll let you know when you walk into the tavern. But let's go ahead and go back to you three. So you three get into the tavern and presumably immediately to a table to sit down and eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking we might just get a room right away to stay out of. If Ruben's that flustered, maybe. Do you want to get out of public, or are you okay being down here?
Yeah. A room sounds good. It sounds really good.
So I'll
Do
go
you have
up
one?
to. Yeah, we can get one.
Yeah, the room that you currently have is very modest and small. Just because you were originally only planning on yourself, you don't really need a whole lot of amenities.
Right. I'll go up to Camley and, hey, I know I have a room already, but it seems the party's grown, and I was wondering if I could get a bigger one. I won't need the original one for tonight, I don't think.
She'd be like, no, that's. She kind of looks under the. She's, give me one short second, and she walks around the bar table to the entryway bar, and grabs a
Oh,
key
if
from under.
if you have one that's like a Jeptonir accessible,
She's like, yeah, I think
I
we
think that
got
would
one.
be
That one'll be
appreciated.
She's like, that one's a little bit more on the expensive end. It's about 10 gold a night. That still
That's
work for
okay.
you?
Yeah, that's fine.
And she's like, all right. And she actually hands you this nice, like silver etched key. And she's gonna be like, this one is take the stairs all the way to the top.
Wouldn't it be on the bottom so you can get to the water? Impressive. I'm excited. All right. Well, go get everyone else and yeah. Okay, we got a room. It's up on the top floor apparently.
Did I hear that it was 10 gold a night or anything like that?
Go ahead and roll a perception.
Okay.
You do.
19.
What? It's not fair if other people can roll well.
It's not fair. I think 10 gold a night. Oh, you don't have to do that. I mean, that's so much. What is your profession? I barely make that in like. Let's just start counting. That would take me like a month or two.
we'll just this is more of a lucky thing, and I don't mind helping out other people, so it'll be more comfortable than what I had anyways. We'll all enjoy it, I think.
Oh,
Yep. So the you guys actually go up 3 flights of stairs, and of course, they wind around. And you realize that the room that you guys had rented is pretty much the entire attic, as it's the only door when you get to the top of the stairs. And turning the key and clicking it open, you get there's several rooms in this suite. And in the main room, the large main room that you guys initially walk into, you have like a little dining kitchenette area. And then in the far end of the room is just a large wall of windows, complete with a pool or a large water tub. And you do see some pipes going up through the wall and kind of filling it as needed and emptying it as needed. And presumably by some magical means. And then you have bedrooms on either side of that main room.
what is the basket of meat for?
Oh, that was Hassad's. He seemed very hungry, but if you want some, I don't think he'll notice if a little bit's missing.
Do you want me to? How long do you think he'll be? Do you want me to preserve it for him?
Oh, sure. Can you do that?
Yeah, it's no problem. I grab the meat and I just I want to cast DM, can I cast shape water to freeze it? Because shape water allows me to freeze any water, and I just freeze all the liquid in it.
You may.
Okay.
Just
So yeah.
go ahead and roll Arcana real quick, just to check, see if you're able to
All right.
this round.
That is 3 plus 6. That's a 9.
Not as bad as a 3. Yeah. So
Little freezer burnt.
Yeah, you successfully do it. It may or may not be a little bit freeze dried, but you do manage to get it frozen and preserved.
All right, and then I can heat it up when he gets back.
Well, I'm sure he'll love that. He seemed especially involved with getting the meat. Well, make
well,
yourself
if he
comfortable. I think we should be okay here.
All right. Well, if he comes, this gets all sorted. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Are they just going to arrest her? I mean, that was so strange. She just she promised me an internship and then just locked me in a cart.
You said you came from a school,
Yes.
and then they just locked you in a cart?
Well, I was on. They said they had an opportunity for me, and when I went to meet my instructor, they just locked me in the cart. I thought it was supposed to be a wagon that was going to take me to the job site.
Well, I have some experience hiding when needed, and I'll help you out if the authorities can't.
What do you think I should do?
Well, for now, Hassad seems like the good sort, so we'll wait for them to come back and see what they say.
All right.
I'll post up by like the window facing like the front of the inn and just keep an eye out for when Hassad and whoever are coming.
Roll perception.
Wait, before he does that, I actually want to give him something. I say, if you're gonna watch here, you should chew on this while you focus. I hand him a carrot.
Nice.
I cast enhance ability on you. And I use it for perception. Let me see what enhance ability.
It's wisdom. I think it's Owl's wisdom.
Yeah, it's Owl's wisdom, I think.
I'm gonna assume I've like finished my kebab at this point and be like, y'all really don't have to do that. If you want to keep watch for a little while, I can just like cast alarm on the door and make it so only Hassad can walk through it and us.
Oh, it's more just habit, I think.
It only lasts for an hour, and I'm concentrating on it.
Okay.
So I just keep handing you like chopped carrots.
Don't worry. The advantage did not help.
What'd you get? Oh my gosh!
So,
That's sad.
he's watching out the window, and after a short amount of time, it finally dawns on everyone that the window is facing the back of the tavern and out across the river and away from town. It's not facing the main store. And eventually, you guys hear a little knock at the door, which is Hassad, who is instructed up by the tavern keep.
Hello? Anyone in there?
No.
Come on,
Okay.
am I supposed to talk?
It's me, Assad, realm guard, good with finding things. I got some help.
Come on, what do I do?
I guess just let him in. I'm gonna be in the other room though.
Okay, I go in.
All right, Oleander and Carvat. I need both of you to roll insight real quick.
Oh, I'm literally gonna go in the other room.
Oh, you're not even gonna. Okay.
I'll roll stealth if you want me to.
Yes, please.
Bad.
We're not doing well.
Hopefully, someone
doing
in this
well.
campaign has good wisdom because
I can see the pain on Richelle.
Years of academy training. Fudged on some dice. All right.
Alarm's on the door though, so whoever's with Hassad, if they come through, it's gonna make a really loud noise.
nice.
Yep, and so Hassad does bring two other soldiers in with him, and the all of a sudden you guys hear what sounds like a whole bunch of seals or sea lions just roaring and
Nice.
screaming.
Bleeding whiskers.
And it's very loud.
Yeah, let me turn that off. My bad, ish. Not really.
The two soldiers that are with you are like, just look at Hassad like, you could have warned us.
I didn't know.
I put an alarm on the door. You were
Right.
allowed in, other people were not. This way we were prepared.
Well, smart thinking, Oleander. Next time, please tell me before I come in.
Yeah, that might have been the better option.
Well, these are my fellow guardsmen, Volio and Kessie. Son, Reuben. We're here to figure out what's going on and how we can help you.
Okay.
All right, and they're
So-
just gonna sit down and just be like, "Tell us everything."
All right. So I mean, I was. Oh, sorry.
While you get your thoughts together really quick, Hassan, you look over and see your meat stack.
Ah, yes. Do I notice anything peculiar about it?
Roll perception.
Let's roll perception.
Ooh.
Yep, you look over and you notice there's ice crystals on it. And you kind of poke at it and it's all stiff.
Okay, I have not been gone this long. I just sort of nibble at it.
Oh, sorry about that. I freeze dried it for you. I didn't know how long you'd be.
And I'm just confused. Like, freeze dry? Who preserves food?
Preserved food. I mean, I can heat it up to you, I guess after this conversation.
Right. And I just flop it back down. It makes a loud bonk.
Carva, are you listening in on the conversation? Oh.
Yeah, I'll behind a closed door, just be trying to listen as best I can.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, still roll me insight real quick.
Oh, okay.
Before we go down the rabbit hole.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Best roll of the night.
It was all building up to this.
It was
And Hassad, I need you to also make me a you can choose perception or insight or investigation. Just make me one of those rolls.
Gonna tell you a secret, they're probably all equal.
You can choose one of those and just roll me it before we go down this
All right.
conversation.
Let's try perception. That was almost worse.
All right, so Ruben, yeah, go ahead and recount the tale.
So, I was after our final, I was approached by Professor Bafina, and she offered me an internship for my exceptional work in class that day. When I came she told me to meet her outside the school at night, which I then did. And once I made my way into the wagon, it turned out to be a Seld wagon that she locked the door behind me. Then we made our way out of the town for who knows how long, but I eventually managed to get the lock open, and I ran into Assad after.
I remember that part. So, did she say anything after she had locked you in the cage?
She said she knew a noble that would pay a wealthy sum for me.
Did she didn't mention this noble by name, or
No,
what
she never
city?
mentioned the noble. She just said it was a noble.
And yeah, Bolio's gonna be like, and you said this is you said the name, right? Sorry.
Instructor Bethina?
Yep. At the Culinary Institute of the
Yeah,
Arts.
the CI.
And they're just gonna be like, okay, continue.
I mean, I don't know why she would do such a thing. But I don't know I don't know why she would do this, but I mean that's all I have. That's all that happens. I literally was promised an internship and she just tried to kidnap me.
An internship doing what?
Cooking.
Oh, you're a cook.
Yeah, I cook, but we use magic to cook.
Ah, I remember when you did hand me that food earlier, I did feel something strange, almost like I could find my way around places slightly faster than normal.
Yeah, it's the special properties of the ginger, along with some enchantments as well.
See, so this instructor Bethina of yours, she sent for you after your final and said that there was a noble willing to pay a pretty penny for you.
Yes.
This was her taking you after. Well, for one thing, would you say that you displayed a particular aptitude for the mystic arts that
I
maybe
mean, I'm all right. It was I was even surprised that you would even offer it to me because I barely passed. I actually uh ruined one of my key ingredients, but was able to bring it bring it back.
wait, bring it back?
Yeah. My sauce had broke, so I had recombined it.
Fascinating. And let's see.
Just ignore those rolls.
As I just wonder what is going on. Did I miss something? See. Okay then. Well,
You should be able to roll stuff in secret, Richelle, too.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I like it better when you do it in chat because it makes
just
it paranoid.
Yeah, just everyone.
what's say
Why is the
So
GM
this-
rolling above tens? This isn't fair.
how many
fair.
things are outside that door right now?
just keep talking. Rolls dice. um. So Cassie's gonna be like, now you said that they took you from the capital, all the way down here. That's about 3 or 4 days of a trip. They didn't let you out of the cart at all. Like, where were you? Do you remember where you guys were staying? Do you remember a description of the driver?
I could have sworn that Bafina was driving. At least that's what I thought. I mean, she was cloaked. I really didn't even notice that it was 3 days had passed. Uh, I don't really know.
And she's gonna be like, well, that's it's very unfortunate, but it's good you were able to get out of that. And she's gonna be like, well, thank you for this information. Are you gonna be sticking around for the next couple of days?
I think so. I need to send message back to the capital to maybe figure out what's going on there.
And they're gonna be like, okay, good. Is this the room that you're staying in, or where will we be able to find you?
I look around for our Carvat who is gone. Um, Oleander, do you know if I'm welcome to stay here?
I would say that you're welcome to stay here, but our plan was to leave tomorrow, and I don't know if that's changing now.
I mean, you said you were going to the Hall of Memories. Where's that?
Yes. Yes.
Is it
I'm
in
not
the
good with
town?
directions. No, it's not in the town, but it's only a day away. So in theory, you could come with us, and then we could come back.
Which direction is it in?
Yes.
Further away or closer to the capital?
Yes.
Well, I'm actually asking Richelle that. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys don't know at this time. The one that knows is Carvot.
Okay.
I mean, if it's any, and I.
Oh, that's
turn-
right, because Oleander has no idea where.
So I turn to Kessie and say, I mean, if it's any help, I'd already planned on following this one here to, and I nod ahead at Oleander to the Hall of Memories. I could accompany them, and they'd still have some guards with them.
And they're gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, that's a great idea, Hassad. Why don't you stick with them? But how about you guys stick around for a couple of days, and we're gonna we're gonna convene with the commander and see what the next course of action would be. So if you guys could actually stick around for a couple of days, that would help us immensely.
Stick around, but I'm a bit confused. But at this rate, the kidnapper's already getting so far away. Longer we wait, the harder it gets to even figure out who kidnapped Ruben.
But we do have a source of the kidnapping.
Right.
So if we report back to the commander with this information, we can see if he needs to make a formal report, or if this account is enough, if we need to bring him in for, likeness sketches or whatever. It would. But why don't you stick with them around town for a couple of days, and we'll update you when the commander gets back to us.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep an eye on them. Just keep me afloat, right?
And they're like, "Will do," and we'll get right on that. And they're like, if you do need anything else, or Hassad, if anything pops up in the meantime, you know where to find us. And they're just gonna nod and bow out of the room.
So I put an ear up to the door, just listening to hear if they're stepping away.
Roll perception.
Okay.
It's just...
You can tell they at least stepped away from the door, but you don't know if they went all the way down the stairs because at that point it's getting muffled with the rest of the sound in the tavern.
So they'll have to do. So and I just sort of speak in a not too loud of a tone, but just say out loud, Carvat. If I assume if you're here, you could come join us now.
Oh, your mic.
Can I see outside the inn? The front of the inn this time? From the room, whatever room I ducked into.
Yeah, there is a window facing the front. Go ahead and roll either perception or investigation.
Definitely gonna do investigation.
All right. I'm gonna whisper this to you and let you do with it what you will.
Oh, whisper.
Hassad, what is your favorite dish?
That's a hard question, Ruben. It's definitely right now. It's definitely steak. Ooh, prime rib is also good. Ooh, fillet mignon. And that's how I say it. Fillet mignon.
I think I can do the fillet for sure with this meat. Yeah.
Oh, but I'd certainly appreciate that, but don't you worry right now. You're already dealing with a lot. I wouldn't feel quite right to ask you to make anything for me right now.
Oh, I was just gonna use your existing food.
Oh. Well, if you want to.
After a little while, Carbot will come out of the room that he holed up in while those guys were there, and he'll say, "We should probably leave."
Aren't the guards coming back in a few days?
That's the
No,
problem. I don't think those guys were either. They're not guards, or they're not. They're not guards like Hassad here.
Yeah, it's strangest thing. You know, as I may be still a bit new to these parts, but some of the questions they were asking, they didn't follow procedure. You know, there was something asking if we were going to stay in this room specifically, you know, set number of days. Even consulting a commander would only take maybe one. Something's not right.
Yeah, because you do know that the commander is in town and over at the barracks.
Yeah.
So them needing to use a mailbird to get information on what to do next.
Yeah, that's bad. That's not even a day's walk. That's just 1 to 2 loops around the market to get to the commander.
Classic 3-loop market. Yeah, we should probably go. We may want to not go towards the Hall of Memory, unfortunately. We'll have to find a different one, just because if we leave here, I think that's kind of where they'll go look for us.
Right, you do have a point there, and I do apologize for this diversion, but it seems like things may not all be as they seem with the guardsmen around here. Yeah. Perhaps if we go to another hall, somewhere that we haven't given them directions to, they'll have a harder time getting to us.
That's, I think, probably the best plan. Do I know of any other halls of memory or memory gardens? Not necessarily nearby, just something we can get to eventually or work towards.
You either give me a history check or an investigation.
Oh, okay. All right.
Downstairs, there's a front door and a back door, correct?
Yes, there's multiple entrances and exits.
I think this
Okay.
room has a watery way out too. At least that's what I thought I had asked for.
So you don't know anything off the top of your head. However, you do have a higher rapport with the tavern keep. So if you were to inquire also about the waterway, presumably she might have some information for you.
Why don't we go downstairs and you can figure out if we can exit through this room? And I will use detect magic on the back door to make sure that they didn't tag it to check if we were leaving.
So I didn't remember any other memory gardens or anything nearby.
Not off the top of your head, but you do remember the tavern keep being a good source of information. Camley.
I'll come down with you. I think I need to talk to the innkeeper here.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna find a spot within like 30 feet of that back door to
Okay.
sit and drink water.
What
alright.
should I do?
Why don't you two stay here? My alarm is still active on the door. So if anybody tries to come in here, you'll know it.
Okay. I guess I'll just start preparing this food then. As I kind of like, you know, when someone gets like all like flustered and they need to do something that's like familiar to them to try to calm down. That's what I'm doing with the meat.
Perfect.
You know, uh, I I am warming it up for Hassad, and I'm also using prestidigitation to all because it's a lot of meat, so I have to do this like portionally. I'm altering the meat to taste like a fillet by kind of like softening it a little bit, and but yeah, I'm messing with it.
And roll an Arcana check for your
All right.
alteration.
Come on, something really good. 7 plus 6, that is 13.
So, Hassad, when you try this meat, you can tell that it tastes better. It tastes really good, but the texture is dry. He heated it up, but it tastes a lot drier than what was the once juicy and aromatic pile that it was before. It is now dry and husky, but it tastes good.
Yeah, it's like I chew on it thoughtfully and just say, very, very nice, very nice.
Glass of water. All right, Oleander, the back door is not trapped. Carbot. Yeah, so you hunt down Camely.
Yeah.
Okay, she's working back behind the bar, you know, and presumably a little bit during the rush, and she kind of nods over and she's like, what can I get you?
Um, I need two things. Um, I need. I was wondering if you knew of any other memory gardens or uh, memory temples or anything like that, other than the one just up the road here.
And she's gonna hold on. Here. And, she's gonna think about it thoughtfully, and she's gonna be like, you know what? I recall uh I recall someone saying that just out to the west, you guys go across the river a little bit. There's another fork in the river. You guys could go upstream in that first fork, follow it down, but I don't know how far down it is. I think it's just a small little garden, but the with all the farms out there, they kind of have their own little thing going on for memory ceremonies. Couldn't tell you the name of the farming community though.
It's okay. I think we can find it. You said it's west, just past the fork in the river.
Yeah, yeah. Walk upriver. There's that first fork that you'll come to, and go to take the west one. Follow that down.
Okay. We'll have. We can. I think we can find that. Second thing, and he'll kind of lean in a little bit. He's like, I think the guards have asked us to stay in
Right.
town for an extra couple days.
Roll an insight real quick.
Oh,
In very nuanced gestures, the moment you say the guards, she just, she kind of just goes shh, and kind of like motions you to the edge to the far end of the counter.
sure.
And she's gonna be like, "What's going on? I just saw them
Well,
leave."
yeah, they those guys asked us to stay in town for a few days, but they were being real weird. I think we need to leave.
She's like,
I'll
yeah.
if I pay for the room, you can even put people in there just to make it look lived in. Could you keep them off our trail for a couple days?
She's like, I appreciate the payment. She's like, I got you. She's like, and she's gonna be like, you guys can use the back door, but actually, if you go through the kitchens, there's a cellar door there, and that'll take you to a tunnel that'll lead you out of town. We use that to go harvest. There's a little herb garden out that way.
Perfect. I appreciate it, and I'll slide over. We'll slide over 40 more gold.
And she's gonna be like, good luck, hon.
Yeah, whatever you can do to keep them off us for at least a day or two would be appreciated.
She's like, we got this.
All right. And I'll head back up to the room and give a nod to Oleander that we're heading back up.
Cool. And I'll go and follow.
And since you two are not enemies, part of the party, the alarm does not go off successfully.
I'll let everyone know, like, all right, I think I've spent all of my money, but we can get out of town pretty easily. I think they'll be distracted enough. We should have a head start. And I found another memory garden we can head towards for you, or Oleander. Just a quick trip down the river. Just gonna take a little bit of a westerly jaunt once we get a chance.
Perfect. How long has it been since I set alarm?
At this point, it's been about 45 minutes.
Okay. Even if we leave now, I'm just gonna leave alarm up. It'll trigger for like another 7 hours or so. That way they think that we're still in here because we still have our alarm up.
I told Camille to have other people stay here, so it looked like the room was still occupied.
Oh, let me pull the alarm off then.
Sorry, I didn't think about that. It would have been good to know when they came in the room, but I thought maybe keeping it looking busy would be helpful.
Yeah.
We'll have to communicate better next time. Sorry.
You're fine. I can pull it off. And it's not that big of a deal.
Okay. She gave us another way out. Should be an easy way out of town. They have a path to the woods through the cellar. And then we just have to follow the river.
Oh, water? We can do water.
All right. How do you guys want to? Do you guys want to keep a low profile going through the tavern then? I assume.
That's
Yeah,
probably the
I
best
think-
idea.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to try to rest here a little bit, and then we'll go out like late at night or early in the morning?
I have a feeling moving
I'm-
sooner the better might be for the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine. It's barely been a day.
That also makes sense to me. I just wasn't sure if you're. Yeah. We're going through the kitchen down to the cellar, just so everyone knows.
Okay. Somebody go ahead and roll stealth for the group.
Not
I'll let
me.
you guys fight who that is.
Do you want me to do it?
I feel like I should do it.
All right, yeah, you do it.
I think you should do it.
I mean, I also feel like I should do it, but I almost have to
You've
have
been
the
rolling
best
well.
stealth.
I almost feel like Hassad should do it because he is the biggest and
biggest?
loudest.
All right. Okay. Let's try
It
this.
does make
Yeah.
the most sense mechanically. I just don't like our odds.
Yeah.
Can I at least give him advantage by
mean-
like telling him like the best path through the inn that I saw?
Can we?
Oh,
I
Can we
mean,
space out as well too,
I was gonna-
where we
I was-
kind of like break up into
I
like
was
two
gonna-
pairs or
ask if we could do a group roll. where just every one of us roll stealth, and then you take the odds, or do you just want to do one?
I like group roles are really the normal go-to, or there's rolling for the group, which with stealth that's easy because it's essentially the loudest player.
Yeah.
Or the lowest stealth roll of the group would be the variant. But yeah, Hassan, I will allow you to roll with advantage as everyone is assisting each other.
Now to play the gotta figure out how to roll with advantage on
Hold
beyond
shift
20.
when you click on it.
Hmm?
Hold shift and then click on.
Oh, thanks. For beyond 20. Okay.
If you're doing disadvantage,
nice.
it's control. Just so you know.
Oh, thank you very much.
I will not remember this 5 minutes from now.
Ooh, yay.
Nice.
So you guys,
Hey, you got good decks, or at least good stealth.
yeah. So with everyone kind of pitching into the group effort of sneaking out of the tavern, even though you guys are welcome, there's no sense in drawing extra attention if need be. But you guys do start sneaking out through the tavern. Carva, roll perception real quick.
Me roll perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has it been the full hour since I cast? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably
has it been an hour since you cast Owl's Wisdom?
Yeah.
No, it has not. It is about 45-50 minutes.
Oh, nice. Definitely better than last time.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, my headphones just hiccuped. You see Camley kind of directing a couple of the servers, and one like already going up the stairs as you guys pass, and she gives you like a very respectful and kind of like farewell nod. And as you guys go through the kitchen area, which Ruben, you just start, that's your world. You're just like
Yeah, and it's right on the left by the something.
yeah,
The fridges. Who knows?
But you see
The
that
stove.
all of the kitchen staff is kind of like moving stuff to clear your way as you guys are casually walking past. And then Ruben, also roll me a nature check.
I'll put my last
Alright.
stack of 3 gold just on the counter as we go past the kitchen staff. It's literally my last gold.
16 plus nature. That's a dirty 20.
Do you try to sneak that gold, or do you just out in the open?
No, it wasn't trying to be sneaky. It was more just like a thank you to the kitchen people. They're supposed to know it was there.
Well, one of the kitchen people that was clearly instructed to kind of help let you through, also just has like a basket of various like breads and fruits, and just kind of hands you guys the basket as you guys are walking by.
Oh, nice.
And Ruben, you notice, so after about 10-15 minutes, you guys, it is definitely a cellar, and well treaded. It's been around for a hot minute. But it's about a 10-15 minute walk through this tunnel that you guys find in the cellar. And when you get to the doors and kind of open up the doors, Ruben, immediately you see a garden, and you start noticing that this is an herb garden just adjacent to the kitchen, with various herbs and berries, and just it's just a little handy garden just outside of town that they're able to access directly from the kitchens, and yeah, but you guys ended out on the north end of town, so you are immediately able to find the river without unless Hassad is leading, then you guys need to roll for stealth. Because then you guys need to run around the clock a couple of times.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm assuming I was probably leading because I have dark vision.
Yeah, at this
And
point,
we're going to water.
We'll follow the water
we're
attuned.
We're out of the town, so it's not quite my area of expertise.
He's out of his element.
Now I'm out of my element.
Could I check the garden if there's any? Because I find it strange that there's a garden all the way out here rather than just kind of attaching it to a part of the city. Is there like anything like illegal like being grown out here?
Roll investigation.
Or like rare? Natural 1.
Nope.
Welcome to the party.
The thought of them having a garden that is just their own, like their own little secret garden, or or utilizing, perhaps at some point maybe there was a smuggling ring, which is where they have this awkward tunnel. Those thoughts don't occur to you, or if they had a garden out in public, they wouldn't always have the herbs they want available. Those thoughts don't occur to you at all.
Nope.
It's just the weirdest thing.
Just like, where's the drugs?
But yeah, so it's up to y'all if you guys want to keep going for this session, or we can bookmark it here and pick up again next week.
I think that's a good bookmark. Just sneaking out of town.
Yeah. Past secret gardens.
All right, so yeah, we will go ahead and end it there. And as far as we know at this time, same time next week, of course, we will keep everyone updated in the community Discord server. But all in all, a fantastic first session. Very action-packed. I was like, oh, it'll just be casual, it'll be fun. But yeah, with that being said, everyone stay safe, stay nerdy, and we will see y'all next week. Goodbye.
Done.